Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a video that's a little bit different from what I normally do. I am going to be talking about a couple plants that I have here, but I also kind of wanted to do more of a vlog style type of video, just kind of sitting down and chatting with you guys about what's going on in my life, because I've been really busy lately with a lot of really great things, but I want to be able to share those with you guys. So for those of you who are interested in wanting to know what I'm up to, I hope you will stick around and we can chat. Okay, so you guys can already see the plant that's right in front of me, but I wanted to tell you about it because this plant has been on my wish list for a very, very, very long time. And I don't know why it took me this long to just order it, but one day I finally decided to. And this is the Philodendron Silver Sword. As you guys know, I love philodendron very much. So I've been wanting this plant for so long, and I finally got it, and it came in the mail earlier today. And I was going to do an unboxing video, but I was too excited, so I just went ahead and opened it, and it looks really good. I will link the Etsy store that I bought it from, because they have really good reviews, and obviously the plant came really well to me. So if you guys are interested in buying any kind of plants online, I would recommend that store. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I will link it below. So I unboxed it today. I felt around in the roots a little bit, and it's not quite root bound, but I can feel some roots, closer to the center of the plant. So I kept the stake that it came with, just to kind of hold it up a bit, because if I take it out, you can see it kind of starts falling back. Philodendron Silver Sword are climbers, so they like to have something to lean on and to climb on. So eventually I'm going to have to get this like a moss pole or something, but for now this will be okay. Okay, the next plant I want to tell you guys about is, you can already see it. I'm sitting on it a little. Okay. The next plant I want to tell you guys about is one that you can already see a little bit across the table, but I've been working on untangling it forever, but I'm going to stand up to try to show it to you guys. Oh dear. Okay. So I can't even fit it all in the frame, but this is the String of Hearts, and it is about as tall as I am. You can't even quite see it, but it goes really far. I've already found a spot for it. I think that it'll work well, because I'm gonna hang it from the curtain rod right above my two big windows in my bedroom, because then it won't be on the floor where the cats can get to it, and it will be able to hopefully get really good light. So I figured that while I was chatting with you guys about what's going on, I would just work on detangling this a little bit from the car ride home, because it's going to bother me a little. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, besides these plants that I love... Oh, real quick, I want to tell you guys, I got this plant from a little plant store called Oak in Bloomington. And if you're from the Indiana area, then you know Bloomington. This was such a cute plant shop. They had so many cute things in it, and I could have spent a lot of money on it, but I had to limit myself. So I got this beautiful plant that I'm very happy about. So if you guys are ever in Bloomington, then I highly recommend you check them out. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the fact that I am getting ready to start a new job. So I'm not going to be making coffee much anymore, at least not very often, which I'm very sad about on one hand, because I love making coffee. I love the people I work for, and the people I work with and just the environment overall. But as some of you know, I've gotten my EMT certificate, and I'm officially licensed in the state of Indiana to work in an ambulance. So I'm going to start doing that here in the next few weeks, which is a little bit bittersweet. Like, as I said, I love making coffee, but I'm very excited to be entering into this next step in my life. Okay, this one's really tangled. So hopefully I will start this job within the next few weeks. It all really depends on whether or not I pass the physical fitness exam that they require, which I'm not super worried about, but it does require I be able to lift a substantial percentage of my body weight. I am a more petite person, so an amount of weight that may not seem like a lot to some people is a bit more for my body. So I am preparing ahead of time to train and hopefully get my strength up so that I will have less trouble with this. But overall, I'm pretty confident and I'm excited to start this job. Okay, there we go. I got one vine, I think. So another thing that I kind of just wanted to rant about a little bit. So recently I decided, for the first time ever in all the many years that I have been collecting houseplants and caring for houseplants, I went through and I counted all the houseplants that I have, and not including the ones that are outside, I have around 100 houseplants in my very little apartment. And I have come to the conclusion that I want to downsize my collection a bit, for a few different reasons. One, because it's a little impractical for me to be able to work full-time in this job that's going to be crazy hours and overtime and all that, while still being able to manage a bunch of houseplants and make YouTube videos about the houseplants. So I want to take a little bit off my plate. That being said, I am attached to a lot of my plants. So I've kind of already started the process of downsizing my collection a little bit. I'm just going to take it slow and just look at the ones that, you know, don't make me as happy as maybe they used to, or plants that I have like duplicates of. And I want to gift a lot of plants to my friends and my family because, you know, these plants that, oh no. Oh. Okay, well, this little piece of the vine seemed to have like dried out right here and on the other end. I don't know which end was attached, but it broke off, which is okay because there's still plenty of it, and I can propagate this in maybe some water or some sphagnum moss. I don't know. But anyway, we will keep going. What was I saying? Yeah, I want to give some of my plants away to my friends and family so that they can bring them joy in the same way that they have brought me joy in the past. And another thing that I am wanting to be more mindful about is just not having a super, I guess, consumerist mindset when it comes to houseplants. I don't want to always be on the lookout for, you know, having the most houseplants or the most rare houseplants. Not that there's anything wrong with having a bunch of plants or having super rare plants, but I just don't want that to be something that I'm heavily focused on, for myself personally at least. So I want to be more intentional about the plants that I'm bringing into my home. I've also been kind of reminiscing recently on when I first started collecting houseplants, and that was back when I still lived with my parents. And so I was very limited on the amount of space that I had. I had 2 windowsills to keep all my plants on. So obviously I had to keep it pretty minimal in how many I had. And I remembered that when I lived with my parents and I only had that small amount of space, I really appreciated the plants that I had because, you know, there were so few of them that when one of them put out a new leaf, I instantly noticed and I was so happy about it. Or when one of them was struggling with, you know, pests or anything like that, I would notice right away and I could treat it right away and get it under control. So I want to get back to that a little bit. Not saying again that I'm going to downsize to that many that I had back then, but I'm going to downsize it to the ones that really make me happy, and I'm going to, you know, learn to be okay with accepting that, you know, a plant that at one point made me super happy doesn't make me that happy anymore. And that's okay, and I can give it to a friend or a family member again, and they will get that joy out of it. So that's kind of my big spiel on houseplants right now. Again, I don't want it to come off like I'm, you know, attacking anyone who, you know, does have a lot of houseplants and does enjoy, you know, collecting as many as they want to collect. But for myself personally, at least in the point that I'm at in my journey, I just don't feel the need to have, you know, the most houseplants ever. And I want to keep it a little more minimal and easy to manage. And, you know, on the flip side of that, I want to make people more aware of the fact that it's okay to say, I cannot manage the number of houseplants I have. You know, some people can manage 100, 200 houseplants, no problem. But for some of us, you know, it's more ideal to keep it at a smaller number. And I think that's perfectly acceptable and that's perfectly okay. It doesn't make you a bad plant parent or anything like that. So I just want to put it out there that it is okay to not have the most out of everyone else. I'm debating if I want to untangle this one vine or if I just want to leave it because it's really tangled up. I'm also being very careful to not rip off any leaves because I don't want to lose any leaves. But this is really difficult. So I think that that's really all I had to talk to you guys about. Obviously, starting my new job is going to change my lifestyle a little bit in the sense that I might not have quite as much time to record. But I'm hoping to still be able to do it consistently and upload consistently because I do really enjoy doing this. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching me do these. Let me know if you enjoyed this kind of sit down and chat kind of video. Because I find it really relaxing to just be able to sit and, you know, talk to the camera, talk to you guys while doing some fun plant stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!